He loves Kentucky and the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Pulse of Lexington on News Radio 630 WLAP, Leland Conway. Hello! Can you hear me like big time? Yes! Yes! We're mad! I just want to do some work. I got something for you. We got copies of these. Where's Debbie? Debbie, where are you? There she is. Debbie designed this. We got copies of these at the little booths around, the little tables. This is your tax cut from Barack Obama. It's $8, ladies and gentlemen. Starts out at 13, drops to 8 after 6 months, and after 9, they just tax you back on it. I'm going to put this on my wall. Last $8 I had. I heard something that Eric, who organized the We Surround You group, said a while ago, and it really kind of struck me, and it matches a little bit of what I was going to say. I'm going to make you guys do some work. We're going to send a message right now together. And when I say this, I mean you, okay? We have a government, as Eric said, that doesn't fear us anymore. So let's send a message to Lexington, Kentucky. Fear this! Let's send a message to Frankfurt. Fear this! And let's send a message to Washington. Fear this! Well, earlier Brian Gettle mentioned that he didn't have his teleprompter. That's because I stole it. I sold it to a guy that was trying to run for office. He was walking back here on the street. So I don't have one either. I guess I'm screwed. I do want to thank the Bluegrass Institute for Public Policy Solutions, the Kentucky Club for Growth, ConservativeEdge.com, my producer, Aaron Trimmer, who's slim and svelte now. By the way, for all of his work, I don't know how many of you guys listen to the show. I hope all of you do. I hope after today all of you will. But for all of his work on this, I'm giving his man card back to him. Obviously, I want to thank Eric Wilson for We Surround Them. You know, he told me something the other day. We were kind of worried about the turnout. And he said, I will promise you, Leland Conway, we'll bring 100. You got to do the rest. You guys are awesome. And so most importantly, I want to thank you guys for coming out. As a conservative talk show host, I hear a lot of other talk show hosts say that they are a member of the conservative underground. They're a member of the Wilderness Crew or something.
We're not going underground.
That's right. Why? This is not an underground movement, ladies and gentlemen. We are not in exile, and we refuse to go. We love liberty, and we're here to stay.
Get shrill.
Oh, you want me to get shrill? Isn't that what the Herald Leader says about me? God bless them. Keep buying their paper. What else are we going to talk about, you know? It came out yesterday that Barack Obama was a little bit optimistic about his projections, about the amount of debt that we're going to incur as a nation over the next few years. It's okay. He's only $2.3 trillion off. It's kind of like his brackets. The NCAA, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, somebody entered into the brackets in our office. They said, we'll just take Obama's. That's right, he's a leader of the free world. He's got to know something, right? He's like 45% correct. So we're thinking his estimations of his knowledge of basketball anyway, NCAA, is about the same as his knowledge of budgeting. For a man who ran on the idea of criticizing all the other presidents before him's budget deficit spending, let's take a look at a couple of his accomplishments in just 60 days. In just 60 days, he's managed to spend more money, our money, than all the other presidents in the history of this nation combined. The Federal Reserve just dumped another couple $1 trillion into the markets, further devaluing our dollar and putting us at exposure to inflation. This was a brilliant move. All while he's telling jokes to Jay Leno and filling out brackets on ESPN. And the man that he put in charge to lead us out of the worst, and I quote, I don't even have to do this speech. This is my bailout. You guys are bailing me out, see. The man that he put in charge of the Federal, or not the Federal Reserve, but the Treasury, as you pointed out, is a tax cheat. He can't remember that he's the one that negotiated for the AIG bonuses. This guy is our new director of the Treasury. He's going to pull us out of the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. But it gets better. Here in Kentucky, our government isn't much smarter. The other day, the legislature completed raising 3 different taxes. And I got to tell you a funny story here. I have a lot of people that come in and they say, I agree with about 99% of what you say. And that's cool. I mean, I don't care if you agree with 5% of what I say. Just listen, okay? But they said, we're with you on this whole, pork barrel spending thing, but not so much on the cigarette taxes or the alcohol taxes. They can't figure out how I, as a self-professing Christian, would be okay or not be okay with taxing cigarettes and alcohol. It is a tax on behavior. Thank you very much. We don't tax behavior or we're not supposed to tax behavior in this nation, but it's funny how many of them are on our side now that we raised the gas tax and it affects every one of us. And I asked one of my legislators, I said, why did you vote for raising taxes? Voted for all 3 of them. He said, Leland, the education. It's for the kids. No, he said, lottery, yes. You guys are unruly, you know this, right? It's like you don't follow the script, I don't know. So I asked him, I said, what about, I said, why'd you vote for this? He said, because of the education, it's for the kids, man. He said, you don't want to cut $1.5 million out of our education budget if we don't pass this tax. We got $600 million statewide in the rainy day fund with education, and we got another $500 million from the stimulus package. So I asked another one, why did you vote for it? He said, I'm a conservative. I'm for the roads and bridges. We need infrastructure. We got $500 million for that from the stimulus package. So I asked another. You notice there's a trend here. I'm not getting a straight answer. He said he voted for it because we need to take care of families in need. Well, we got $500 million for that from the stimulus package. But let me tell you something. Our founding fathers had a way to take care of families in need. It was called life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In 1964, Lyndon Baines Johnson declared war on poverty. I would term that initiative effort to sustain poverty. Because 45 years and $9 trillion later, about the same number of people live in poverty in America, we've discovered that big government does not alleviate poverty. Only freedom will. 233 years ago, our founding fathers discovered the best anti-poverty program in the world. Today, the concept, though, and this is why we're here. This is why we're here, because all of us gathered on this square today, are looked at askance by the mainstream media. The idea that we would choose to build our own wealth, that we would choose to take responsibility for our lives. The core principle around which all of our liberties are woven, this idea of wealth building has come under direct attack like it never has before in the history of this nation. Successful are demonized, wealthy are criminalized, entrepreneurs are penalized, innovators are paralyzed, and you and I have been marginalized. Not anymore!